In the following set of tutorials, we're going to begin our project with this assignment. So let's open up a new SketchUp file, and I'd like you to actually zoom out a little bit. And the reason why is because we want to see this thing be pretty small, this person there. Now, what we're going to be doing is extruding out a floor plan. So you need to look for floor plans. I'm going to use a Google image search and use the large size only because we need it to be high enough resolution. And this very first one, called black and white floor plan, is absolutely perfect for this assignment, but this is not one that you get to use. We're only going to be using it here for the tutorials. So I definitely want you to find a different image. Now, the nice thing I like about this image is that the walls and the windows and everything are very clearly defined, but you can also see that there's so many objects that go into making this room. And one of the things that you're going to be doing with the rest of your model is adding things like maybe adding a table somewhere, adding the chairs that you've already done. You're going to be creating a mantle somewhere. But you can also bring in other things, other chairs, maybe counters and rugs and other things into your scene. And those are all going to add to your modeling of this house for sure. But we're just going to do a one floor house, and then we're going to put a roof on it, and that will be what your outcome is for the rest of this particular project. So it starts off with a floor plan because the floor plan gives us a very easy way of getting this thing into SketchUp and actually extruding out this exact floor plan. Now, you don't have to be absolutely super exact, but the better quality your floor plan is, that gives you some freedom with your modeling, the better. So you definitely want one with enough complexity, but not so complex that it's almost impossible. And you definitely need one that's pretty clearly defined. Anyway, in SketchUp, what I'm going to do is import this model. And I've actually already got this particular object here. And that object is there. There's that JPEG image. So you might need to make sure that you choose files of type to JPEG image, or all that are supported. Otherwise, it won't come in. Now I'm going to click and drag and maybe make this about what size looks like it really would be. So that's about accurate to its actual size. And the human kind of gives me the ability to see that. Now we need to set up the rest of our scene. And so I'm going to go to my scenes, and I'm going to go to my layers because I'm going to be using these. Now I'm sorry that we might be getting some glitchy feedback here, but that's because of using an application that uses 3D and trying to record it always makes the screen go kind of funky. Anyway, you've already had an introduction to scenes, but the scenes that I want to set up here are basically one that has the floor plan on and another one that has the floor plan off. But I'd also like to turn the floor plan into a layer in order to do this. So I'm going to create a new layer and call that layer floor plan. Now this particular object is now on layer 0, and I'd like it to be on the floor plan layer. So I'll right click and choose Entity Info. Instead of copying and pasting it to the layer, this is a much easier way of moving it to the object or to the layer that you want. So I've just moved that to that floor plan layer, and now I can turn it on and off. Now I'd like to make some scenes, and it's really good that I can see the options for these scenes because I'm going to turn off basically everything except for visible layers. So I'm going to make one that has the floor plan on. So this will be floor plan on, and you'll see it comes up with, I'm going to go with the list and just call that floor plan on. Maybe, oh, I need to change it down there. Floor plan on. Now let's turn off the floor plan, create another one called floor plan off, and you'll see that we can toggle between these very easily. Floor plan on and off. And the nice thing about the fact that we've turned off the animation is that it's not going to animate to these different views. Now, views is another thing which is kind of nice to be aware of. So let's see if I can find the tools. I really wanted the one called views, and for some reason I do not remember where it is, but it's kind of cool. These are the standard views right here: top, bottom, left, right. And a nice thing to do is actually make layers for those, or scenes for those as well. So do that.